Hey there, what is up guys? My name is Caleb. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a video where we're going to be reviewing these warehouse, I believe they're called the World War II Cowboy jeans. They are based on a pair of Lee jeans. We'll do a review over these, talk about my experience wearing them, how they fit, how I've liked them, how much they cost, all that kind of stuff, kind of give you guys an insight into these. As well as what I think might be the most interesting thing personally will be to see a wear and fading update, as these have been probably the fastest fading jeans I've owned. Maybe they compare with some other jeans, but overall these have faded extremely fast, so let's get right into it. So this pair of jeans is based off a pair, I believe, of World War II Lees. A really easy way to see this is with the bar tack stitching here on the pockets, as well as with the bell-shaped back pockets. This is something that is really famous and is a part of a lot of Lee jeans. You'll see here that these have a back yoke and this hair on hide patch with the little W brand, which I believe is to indicate that their warehouse is the manufacturer of these. Here in the front you'll see they have this laurel wreath donut button, and then see that they have kind of just normal jean pockets. They have a crotch rivet right here that is not a sharp rivet, it's one of these soft ones that you'll see here on the pockets as well. No rivets or hidden rivets on the coin pocket. One thing that I think is really cool about these personally, you can see just how much wear there is on these. I bought these in May of this year, and you can see just how much fading there is. There's already some pretty tight whiskers on the butt. There's an extremely large amount of white. You can see here on some of the little cross sections where the selvage ID is that there's a large amount of fading, especially towards the butt where there have been creases. Overall, the indigo on these has faded extremely quickly. One thing as well that I think makes these interesting is from the beginning it was pretty easy to tell that these have like a gray weft. It's not necessarily a white weft, and or I think it's the weft, I forget, but it's a gray inside as opposed to a white inside. So I thought that would actually make the fades on these a lot more subtle, was my anticipation, but the indigo has faded off of these very quickly. I pretty much wore these, I would say, every day for probably 3 months, and then I started slowly wearing them less and less, and I ended up getting almost a crotch blowout, so I've stopped wearing them recently because I don't want to actually blow out the crotch. You'll see that these initial stitches are gone here, but there's still integrity overall. I'll show you from the back. You can't see from the back. You'll see a couple broken stitches here, but you'll see that some of the integrity is still maintained, and so because of that I haven't wanted to wear them recently. I want to send them in to get fixed somewhere, but I don't necessarily know a great place to bring them. I live close enough to Los Angeles that I can always bring them somewhere there, but I just haven't personally had any experience, so I haven't gone ahead with that yet. You'll see that there is a large amount of fading down here on the roping at the hem. So personally, when it comes to the way these fit, I would say that these are a true medium high rise. I will post the rise measurements in the video, but I'm not entirely sure. They're sitting right on top of my hips, which I tend to really enjoy. I think it's kind of like my perfect minimum of a fit. I'm okay with a little bit higher rise, but I'm not a huge fan of much lower than these. Currently the jeans I'm wearing right now are a lower rise. It's not the end of the world, but it's just not my preference personally. I want to say that these are between 12.5 and 13-inch rise. Out of everything with these, I do have one issue. They fit very short. I'll post a picture of how they fit me when I first got them, and the rise on them, or not the rise, sorry, the length on the legs was very short even when I first bought them, and so I was only able to give them, you'll see here that there's different fading lines of indigo from where they were cuffed, and you'll see that the initial cuff here was relatively shallow. I couldn't even do a double cuff on these because they ended up looking too short. To be fair, personally, when it comes to how I cuff my pants, I want the cuff to sit on top, so I almost want a break on top of a cuff. I'm not a really big fan of like the really high water cuffing where it's like above the buckles on like engineer boots, for example. That's not, just personally not my style, especially as I've started wearing more laced boots. I tend to like a longer length, especially on laced boots, although I think you can kind of go a little bit shorter on a pair of pull-on boots. See here that there is a warehouse logo, Union Made Samfurized back here, and let's see here, the just has normal herringbone twill pockets. You'll see how much indigo crocking came off on the pockets right here. A lot of indigo rub off. These are in a size 33. I'm like between a size 32 and a 33, and these fit me pretty perfectly, to be honest. I would say overall I really enjoyed the fit of these. These are like a true straight fit. They're not a wide straight, they're not like a slim straight like I was kind of complaining about the warehouse, or not the warehouse, the Capital Cisco fit being in previous videos. I would say that these fit like, if you've ever tried on, right now I'm wearing the Wrangler Cowboy cut jeans, and I would say that these fit like a slightly wider version of those. Unfortunately, these only come in one length, and for me, I'm 6'2", but I probably only have, I would guess, a 30-inch, I only need like a 30-inch inseam. And so because of that, even with that happening, I have a relatively long torso, and these still ended up coming up a little bit short. So if you tend to have shorter legs, like if you're looking at an inseam below 20 or below 30 inches and you're okay with not cuffing your jeans, then these are great. And then if you have an inseam bigger, or you really want to cuff these, I would definitely look into what that inseam is. And I would say that as I washed these have been tub soaked a few times, and the rise has, or the inseam has slightly shrunk as well, maybe only ½ an inch, but still, when I only had like an inch to work with in the beginning, it definitely made it to the point where I just couldn't be cuffing them anymore. And so in the first few months I was wearing them, I'd wear them with my indie boots pretty much every day, and I would give them that slight little half turn up, and then eventually I just couldn't do that anymore as I continued to wash these. I believe these pants cost around $300. I bought them from Standard & Strange, and like always, Standard & Strange did a great job. I've never had a bad experience with them. Overall, I would say I'm a bit disappointed that within about 3 months I started ripping the crotch on these. I'm not really sure what the issue was. It might just be a personal thing. I washed them, I would say within 3 months they had at least gotten 1 to 2 washes, which is not super infrequent compared to what some of my other denim experiences have been. I've gone longer without washing lots of other pairs of jeans, and I haven't had anything like a similar experience to the crotch blowing out on these. So it is a bit disappointing, but I don't really think it's necessarily Warehouse's fault, and it's obviously not Standard & Strange's fault. So as disappointing as that is, it's not the end of the world. So that about does it for this portion of the review. We're gonna cut to some video of what they look like on. I'll show you them with a few different shoes and with a few different outfits, kind of show you what I mean by that true straight fit and how I like the rise and how it personally fits on me, and then we'll end the video. This first outfit will be an example of how they look in a little bit more casual of a setting. You'll see I'm wearing them here straight down on top of a pair of Clark's Wallabies with my t-shirt tucked in, a hat, and a casual brown belt from RRL. We're going to transition here into how they look with boots on specifically, as well as a tucked in button-up shirt. You'll see here I'm wearing them with my Mr. Freedom Road Champ boots. Here they're down all the ways, tucked in with the shirt, and then you'll see as I bend over it's a little bit fancier with the cowboy hat. I'll show you how the cuff looks on a taller pair of boots. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.